And we're live.
Hey, everybody. We should do a pre-party one of these days.
Yeah, that's what we should do. All right, let's see. John, give me a level check.
Oh, hey, it's me. Can you hear me?
Jeff, give me one too.
Hey, level check, bro.
All right, and if I'm here, yeah, we're all it's pretty close. Fuck it, it's good enough. That's a good face. Jeff's still doing the O face over here.
Oh, come on.
All right.
I got arugula on my teeth.
All right.
Rocket leaves.
Rocket leaves. Tasting the heck of. What? Sorry. You caught me off guard, man.
Rocket leaves. Populating all the salads that I know.
There you go.
Me, good boy. I got dog company tonight. Look at that.
And I think I'll be flossing for a long time.
All right, sure. Why not? Yeah, and then we'll go. Okay.
So you're Howie Mandel?
No, that was my Joe Pesci. Okay.
Do you remember how Howie Mandel, he'd be on stage like this, like
he still does that on America's Got Talent.
Wait. Okay.
You think I'm funny? I humor you?
Okay. No, from the Lethal Weapon series, the Joe Pesci. Okay.
Yeah, he stole that from Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
He's a thief.
Yeah. Fucking thief.
What am I, a thief? Do I amuse you?
Use you?
Amuse bouche?
Do I amuse bouche?
Jesus. It's going to be
a 7-course meal?
It's going to be a meandering shit show tonight. Oh, we have a viewer. Jeff, are you in the chat?
No. Hold up. Hey, viewer, announce yourself. Let me get in that chat. Let me talk to you.
It's your dad. You talked to him just before dinner.
Oh, brother. Hold up. Let me get there. I got something to say to you, Dad.
Hello, viewer. As you can see, the professionalness, it just oozes, it just spews forth from the We Like Drinking podcast.
Professionalism.
Yeah, there it is.
Let's see here. Let me see who you are. It's Jeffrey McKinney. How are you, man?
Oh, McKinney's watching. That's awesome.
Jeff, did you just start following Stay Rad Wine Blog on YouTube? That's like the coolest thing ever.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh man, I was so stoked. Thank you.
All right, Jeff, you got to let us know what you're drinking. We haven't even started the show yet. Jesus, we're 30 minutes late. It's going to be that kind of show, Jeff, so strap on.
Too many Jeffs. I got so confused right now.
Oh my gosh. Strap in, not strap on.
Oh, Lord. Get it out.
Oh.
Okay.
The whole procreative pre-show.
Right. All right. So what are we talking about? We're talking about tariffs because
we
why
have
not? That's all we got highlighted here. We got tariffs.
Hey, now in the chat, in the live chat, Jeffrey McKinney, I think you'll love this, is it's now saying that these chats are saved in perpetuity. So like if you're watching this later on YouTube, if we ever post it on YouTube, all these comments will be here.
I think this one's public, so
yeah. He's drinking cheap whiskey right now.
Yes.
Come on, give me a brand. Does it come in a plastic bottle?
Is it What would be a good one? Domesticated turkey.
All right.
Hey Jeffrey McKinney,
Not that
are
cheap,
you
not
on
plastic.
are you on the books of faces? Because if so, you need to go sign up for the tavern like post haste. All right. I
Yes.
think we're set here. I think we're set
Are
here.
we doing a show tonight?
Shit, I don't know.
We could just do a show for Jeff.
I mean, we're recording. I mean, this could just be the show. Let me just, I
No,
just
we have to like.
That wouldn't be good.
McKinney, I'm not sure if you've ever watched us live before. So when we do this, like, there's going to be times when we all just kind of stop and are silent, and that's when Jeff Eccles is playing audio. So you can just pretend that you're hearing all that awesome music.
It's coming soon. I
Yes.
promise.
What?
I promise.
The fact
yeah.
we'll be able to hear it?
Yes, I could
don't
turn it
believe
on
it.
tonight, but it
Nah,
kinda
it'll be
messes
all
with the
like
recording.
we'll be all like slappy and stuff.
Warbly. All right, here we go.
All right,
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Let's professionalize this shit up.
Yeah, man.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining us for the We Like Drinking Show, episode 165. In this episode, we'll be discussing tariffs, the Eco Vessel Love, It Shall Continue, and the tavern is packed. So crack open your beer, uncork that wine, and let's get drinking. Oh man, folks, it's been a wild week at the We Like Drinking Studios, I guess. We were gonna record earlier, but we had some the nor'easter. It wrecked our guest's property, so we weren't able to have Jenny on the show. We're gonna try and get Jenny back on at a future date. So this week, it's just back to the panel members. So lucky you, listeners.
And
I was going to say sorry, folks.
Well, we should say also a long-time listener, first-time caller, our buddy Jeffrey McKinney. He's usually at work when we record live, but he is watching us live right now. So thank you so much for watching along with us. You're gonna see how the magic happens.
and he won't be subscribed anymore.
And the rest
I
of
was going to say, he hasn't signed off already.
The rest of you can watch us live sometimes on Wednesday nights around 7:30-ish Pacific if we bother to post it too at welikedrinking.com/show.
Excellent. I appreciate, Jeff, that you always remember the links. Whereas when John does stuff, it's just like he has
What do
Tourette's.
you mean? Like
It's just-
Patreon? That's what we like drinking /pledge.
Look at that.
There you go.
100 episodes.
See,
You got it.
Yep, there you go. I'm done. I'm going to drink beer and just listen for the rest of the show.
All right. You're hearing us. Now let's meet us and find out who we're. Oh, no, we can't do that yet. Because let's see. Who am I going to pick on? John.
Yeah.
What is it we like to tell the listeners to do here right at the top of the show?
Stop listening.
No, that's what they do. But what do we want them to do?
Well, you know, we want them to get onto the Apple iTunes, whatchamacalls it, and give us a really nice review. No, a 5-star review would be great. Yeah, check out, the Apple iTunes podcast thingy that they got going now.
He's like butter. He's so smooth with the words, isn't he, ladies? So now that you've gone to the Apple's iTunes podcast thingies and left us a 5-star review and give us a little quib about what you think about the show, let's move on. Get to know who we're drinking with tonight. We've got our usual panel members. We've got our prolific wine blogger, live streamer, video producer, Jeff Solomon.
Live streamo is a genre of punk rock music. Yeah, I'm in a live streamo band.
I was thinking, like live streamers. Is that like those crepe paper streamers? We're just throwing them all over the place?
It's that thing where we go on Facebook Live, we play one note in perpetuity and cry.
Is it the brown note?
That tune in one note.
Yeah, we play the brown note.
We've got our beer brewer, John Ruyak. How you doing, John?
Good evening, folks. How are you doing?
We're doing great. And I am your host, Jeff Eccles. And listening and viewing, we've got Jeffrey M., our good and longtime friend. Hopefully you're doing well, Jeff. So, guys,
yeah,
let's reverse it a little bit. John, what you drinking tonight?
Oh, so today I was going to get last week or a couple weeks ago. We did that double IPA episode. That was just last week, and I got a squealer of a double IPA from Lizard Tail, where I'm now brewing beer. But this week I had a meeting to go to, so I didn't want to do the squealer. I want to make sure it stayed cold for a couple hours in the car, so I used the very nice Boss EcoVessel Boss container that was sent to me in the mail by Emma, and that was very cool. And I filled it with some Lizard Tail double chocolate stout. It is so. Look at the lacing on the glass. I mean,
that you've been drinking that for like 20 minutes, and that still looks like. I mean, you can make some panties out of that lacing.
No kidding. This is just so smooth. It's ridiculously smooth.
What's the ABV that thing's rocking?
8%. 8%.
8%. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Really, really smooth stuff.
Excellent.
And
Mr.
we're last keg of it. So after this keg is gone, it'll be gone for a year. It's a seasonal.
Oh, nice. So we're what, 2 EcoVessel, 3 now mentions in the show. I think we got a drinking game coming here. Jeff Solomon, what you got?
Hey, so you know what? I was inspired by all of the gosh darn activity that we've been having in our Facebook group, The Tavern. Our buddy Chris was talking quite a bit over the last couple of days, and we got into a conversation about wines of the Santa Clara Valley. And I'm a fan because I sit smack dab in the middle of it right now. So tonight I am drinking the 2012 Aver Family Vineyards Blessings Petite Syrah. It's 100% Petite Syrah. I believe 75% of it was in new French oak. And this is their, I don't want to say flagship. I want to say this is their cult that they are forming right here. Like, people love this wine. So I bought a quarter of a case of that, which is 3. I bought a quarter of a case of the 2012 a couple years ago. And I'm also a member there. And so recently they sent me the 2014. I'm like, I got to get into that 2012, but this thing is big and beefy and juicy, beautiful dark fruit, beautiful acidity. Let's see here. Alcohol wise, 13.9%. So very reserved, very delicious. I love this stuff. And John and Carolyn Aver are just like the nicest folks in the world. They're so awesome, and you make beautiful wine. And I will tell anybody ever driving through town, drive your car through the shack that is selling garlic wine, do a couple donuts, and then drive up to taste some of the really good stuff over off of Hecker Pass and Watsonville Road, and over at the Stomping Ground. Hit it up.
John, did you have a question for Jeff?
I do have a question. Petite Syrah, is that something that you normally see 100% of that varietal in a bottle?
You know what? You will. Petite Syrah is weird. So it's also known as Duraf. This is it's a grape that has Rhone origins, but really the United States is really one of the few places that is really using a lot of and showcasing a lot of Petite Syrah. You will see it oftentimes in Rhone blends to give it color, to give it depth, to give it some balls, as they say.
Yeah.
Gosh, Ridge Vineyards, which is just, iconic, beautiful Santa Cruz Mountain wine. They also have a lot of stuff in Sonoma. And actually most of their Rhone stuff is from Sonoma. They blend quite a bit of Petite Syrah in with some of their old vine field blend properties like Geyserville and Lytton Springs. And they do have a couple single vineyard. I don't know if they're 100%, but like predominantly Petite Syrahs that might be up into like the 70-80% range. But yeah, this is John and Carolyn's backyard, and they love Petite Syrah, and I do too. So they planted a butt ton of it.
So it's a big wine from a grape with a small name, Petite.
Yeah. So and it gets that name because the berries are so tiny. We were talking, gosh, it must have been like one or two. I think when Emma was on the show from Eco Vessel, make sure to use WLD 30 when you purchase an Eco Vessel to get 30% off. I believe we were talking about like during drought years, how berries can be really small and it's really like concentrated fruit. Petite Syrah, you're already starting with really small berries. So you're going to get a much higher skin contact ratio. The skins are imparting a whole lot of that color, a whole lot of that tannin. These are big wines, but very juicy, very approachable. I'm a fan.
Like John and Jeff M, do you get the sense that by the end of one of Jeff Solomon's biology classes, that like 3/4 of the class is like losing feeling in the arm because they've had their arm up like the whole class to ask a question, but Jeff just won't.
I'm like Horseshack and Welcome Back, Carter.
Right.
Mr.
But
Cotter,
Jeff
Mr. Cotter.
just keep going.
How dare you? I did not see your hand. That's a problem with your image. Turn your phone sideways, Eccles.
No, it wasn't me. It was John. John was shaking his hand in front of his camera.
I thought he was excited. He's like, yeah.
No, that was pre-show. That was pre-show. All right. So excellent. Way to push the local stuff, Jeff. I like it. I'm not going to push anything local. I'm going to continue to push the Gary V Wine Club. I've got this 2012 Mark Harold Collide red wine blend. This is coming out of California. Check this out. 30% Carignan, 27% of the Petite Syrah, 24% Tempranillo.
Ooh.
And 19% Graciano.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what that was from the Gary V Wine Club? That was a jab right hook right there. That Tempranillo caught me off guard, man.
Yeah, a little bit of a
That's
little
to
bit.
smooth it out. Smooth it out.
Yeah, yeah. When Tempranillo's coming in to smooth things out, you know you got a big bold
Yeah,
fruit
man.
bomb of a wine.
Can I give you your tasting notes? It's like you know, really nice, beautiful, dark and red fruits mixed with a pack of cools.
Are you drinking an ashtray?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm sure there's like a lot of like menthol action going
You know,
on.
not a whole lot, but you know, like you, it's a big wine. Now, John Ruyik, you want to know something about Petit Syrah?
Sure, you're going to tell me, aren't you?
Jeff Solomon,
Yeah.
smile for the camera. Look at those teeth.
Where's Mike R. Antis? What did you
Jeff's already 3 sheets into the color changing of his teeth with that one. But this Collide, it's big, it's jammy, it's a Robert Parker, it's a Parkerized wine coming in at 90 from the RP. But man, it's, you know, tannin wise, not too bad. But rocking 14.8 on the alcohol, and it's gulpable. This is so smooth going down. Velvety smooth, Jeff Solomon. Velvety.
Nice. Like a pack of cools. What I say?
That's what I'm trying to say.
So if
You
Echo
know,
starts
good
sounding
stuff.
like Lauren Bacall later, you know, it's like all those cools.
Did we get what Jeff is drinking?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, we were chatting so much.
You were chatting so much.
No, chatting so much. Me and Jeff McKinney got a little thing going. Let's see here. So I lost it. Heaven Hill whiskey.
Heaven Hill whiskey.
Heaven Hill whiskey. When Jeff's not working, he's drinking that Heaven Hill whiskey.
I haven't heard. Where's that one out of?
Oh no.
just
Not
The back of someone's truck.
not a plastic bottle. That's what I do know.
okay. Well, while we try to get that answer, let's move it into grape, hop, or pop culture reference. So you know what we're doing here. This is where I give these guys a term, and they try to tell me if it's a wine grape, a beer hop, or some kind of pop culture reference. I'm excited about the stuff tonight, guys. I think I've got some fun ones. All right. The term this week is, Jeff, you're playing along. The term this week is fur. And now you may ask the question, John Riak.
Can you spell that for us, please?
F-E-R.
F-F-E-R.
No,
Fur.
just one F. F-E-R.
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 Is there umlaut?
There's no umlaut.
There's no umlauts over E's.
Fur. Oh, is there an enye?
There's no enye.
Is
There's
there
no
a tilde?
Kanye. There's no Kanye.
Is there
There's no tildes, enye's, umlauts, or accent marks.
There's no accent marks whatsoever.
What about like a carrot? Is there a carrot?
There's no carrots. There's no celery.
Fur.
Fur.
John, it's
Is
to
that
you.
like one of those?
Fur.
Is that like one of those conventions where everybody dresses up?
While we're figuring this out, Jeff McKinney, you gotta write down what you think it is if you want to get in on the game. Fur. Who goes first?
F.
John. I keep saying John's
John,
name.
Okay.
I just have to go with some sort of. Well, wait a minute. Is the F capitalized in this instance, or is it all lowercase?
It's capitalized.
I'm going to say it's a pop culture reference of some sort, but I have no idea. It's just some sort of European funky shit.
That's amazing, John. That's exactly what it says in my notes. Jeff Solomon.
I really hate this one. Fur. F-E-R. Fur. Okay. Maybe fur is short for ferment, which is a Hungarian wine grape. Fur.
All right, that's your guess.
Yeah.
All right. Did Jeff give us anything?
He says, I have no idea, so I'm going with grape.
Okay.
Two.
The term fer is in fact a wine grape. It is a red wine grape mostly grown in the southwest of France.
Ah, France.
Fer.
For a second, I thought you were going to go Germany.
No.
Wow. All right. Then. All
Well
right.
done, guys. Well done
So-
with fer. Yes, John, what were you going to say?
Stumped.
Stumped. All right. We haven't done one of these in a while, guys, so I'm assuming we've got all kinds of good stuff to talk about in Booze News, where we taste interesting, noteworthy, or sometimes some pretty stupid shit. This week, Jeff, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start it off.
Let's see how long your soapbox lasts. And then we'll see where we go from there.
Wake
Okay.
me up when he's done.
Oh, you. So, I've made a tiny little commitment that sometimes I stick to this year, that I am going to, whenever given the opportunity, represent the Santa Clara Valley as a premier wine growing region. I want people to know that there actually is good wine. There actually is. It's typically not sold in a farm stand right on the side of 101 where they put garlic in it, but there actually is good wine sold in Gilroy, San Martin, Morgan Hill, San Jose, Cupertino, which is where Ridge is, Los Gatos, Saratoga. There's beautiful wine everywhere, but typically when we talk about Santa Clara Valley, we're talking about Gilroy, San Martin, Morgan Hill. Remember that, y'all. So I've been trying to push it more and more, and I've been so excited because I don't know if you've noticed this, Jeff Eccles, but lately it seems like Madeline, who's been on the show before, of winefolly.com, wonderful website, awesome blog, killer graphics. Like, honestly, like if I ever wanted to point to somebody like, this is what you should make your website look like, I would always point them to Wine Folly. They just do awesome work. Madeline and Justin, who is the unsung hero of that endeavor too. Like, they do a great job. And one of the things that's really popular with Wine Folly, which I think they make quite a bit of scratch doing this, is all of the beautiful maps that they do about different AVAs that you could buy any of these and hang up on your wall. And I've never purchased one of those maps before, but then, gosh, right about around a week ago, I saw on Facebook that Wine Folly had a new map, and it was all about the Central Coast.
What?
It was all about the Central Coast of California, which in general, I don't think gets a whole lot of love. But when we talk about the Central Coast, what we're talking about is that's such a big kind of weird region. And I think everybody within that region likes to be called anything but Central Coast. But it goes as far south as Santa Barbara County, which has, gosh, I'm just going to spitball and say 8 different AVAs inside of it. Up through Paso Robles, which our friend Lori, of course, is really into. It includes Monterey County. It includes Santa Clara County. It includes the Santa Cruz Mountains. And so I was so excited to see this map. And the first thing I did on the map was I looked for the Santa Clara Valley, which is one of the oldest wine growing regions in California, that dates well before Prohibition. And I don't see it. I see Gilroy by itself listed there, a little dot, but
Nice.
it almost looks like it's not inside of an AVA. And I even saw, I think even Morgan Hill was on there too. And it was just empty space. It did have the Santa Cruz Mountains on there, which, much love and respect. And it did have like Santa Lucia Highlands of Monterey, but no Santa Clara Valley. So I was kind of bummed out there. And then I'm looking at this map even more. And ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do is I want you to look at a map of the United States. I want you to zoom into a map of California. I want you to zoom in to looking at just Northern California. And I know they call this Central Coast, but most of the regions in the Central Coast are Northern California. And I want you to look at where San Francisco is on the map. And I want you to look at all that water that's connected to San Francisco. That's called the San Francisco Bay. That, Oakland is around there. You got Richmond, San Rafael, Napa is to the north of the San Francisco Bay. San Jose is the southern tip of the San Francisco Bay. And then if you're driving south from San Jose, which is right next to the San Francisco Bay, if you're driving south from San Jose on Highway 17, you're going to go what we say over the hill into Santa Cruz, and you're going to see some beautiful water. In that beautiful water in Santa Cruz, as you look across, it's going to look like an island on the other side of that water. It's not an island. What you're going to see is Monterey, because Santa Cruz is the northern tip and Monterey is the southern tip of what we refer to as the Monterey Bay. And what do you know? Madeline, we love you so much. Seriously, you're a wine hero. But when you label the Monterey Bay as the San Francisco Bay, no soup for you, is what I'm trying to say. I was so excited to see that map, and then I was so deflated. I want to, Madeline, will you please redo that map? And can I sit down with you and let's talk about it? And can we just do a map of the Santa Clara Valley? That'd be so killer.
Oh, that would be great.
Come on,
You know what? You need to print that off. It's gonna be a collector's item later.
Yeah. Because
she didn't even include Casa de Fruta. Come on.
I do think that's, I think a lot of people pointed that out to her, and I think she did say that they are going to correct it. So I think John might be right. Grab that one. It could be a collector's edition.
It'd be like that upside down biplane.
Airplane. That's right.
It's like that Mark McGuire rookie record breaker Topps card from 1987 that had a little white triangle down by his shoe. It's worth like $5 instead of $2.
What? Yeah, so, Madeline, we know you're a listener to the show, and we love you. But send all your future work to Jeff Solomon for to validate. John Ruyak.
As I know you guys, being wine aficionados and me being a beer aficionado, but how do you guys feel about maps in general?
I love maps. How do you feel about maps?
I love maps.
Let me lean this way.
I know.
there's a world map from like 17 something, and let me lean this way, and there's a map of Italy from 1950 something.
A map of Italy, as the Canadians would say, what's that all about?
I love maps. I think they're so cool. I like old maps too.
Do you remember the Miss Teen USA interview where it was like the interview section, and she goes, maps such as and things of this nature. Yeah, maps. That was the greatest.
And here's what
Yeah,
I'll say.
I remember that.
I obviously, if you look around at the decor here, I love maps. You know what I don't like? Using maps.
Oh, really? I love
Yeah.
using maps.
Now that I like the phone to tell me where to go. I'll be honest.
Oh,
I like the
oh.
Waze.
You like
And
the,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not being
Waze-
paid to say it. But I like the Waze.
Waze will get you to meet cows that don't know what people look like.
Yeah, I don't think. Look, I don't think Waze is an effective way to get around in Costa Rica if you need to get to a beer competition. But other than that, I think it's friggin' rad.
It's a bit of a hog, though. Anyway, okay. So great job, Jeff. Way to find those errors and get them pointed out so Madeline can correct them for a future release.
Here's what I do.
Did I mention that the beer out of my eco vessel was very cold?
Here's what I do. I used to watch that TV show The Apprentice when it was on, and I figured out early on that the way that you win that show is you do nothing, and then when you get into the boardroom, you talk about all the stuff you hated that your team did. That's basically how I'm gonna take over Wine Folly. I'm gonna do nothing and just point at the wrong stuff, and then I win all the prizes.
So you're basically on the internet. You're basically a comment section.
I am the internet.
All right. So
Don't you dare accidentally add an extra O to 2 when you did not mean as well.
Okay. Big news has been circulating since President Trump unexpectedly announced a tariff on steel and aluminum. A lot of people have crapped their pants over this trade war talk because, you know, those freaking Canadians, our biggest importer of aluminum, there's hell to pay for those Canadians. But anyway, as part of this tariff, there's been a lot of talk around aluminum cans and how this 10% tariff, I believe, on aluminum will affect, specifically in these discussions, the beer industry. But let's be honest, it would, to a much lower effect, affect the wine industry, and to probably a larger or equal level impact the soda, the beloved soda community as well. Basically, anything that comes in cans will be impacted by this. So much so that the Miller Coors came out with a lot of tweets talking about how this was going to impact the industry so hard. You'd be looking at thousands of jobs laid off and the drastic impact that this would have on the beer industry. So a lot of flags, a lot of worry, a lot of panic setting in about it. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah. I read a story that was it Odell's says that these tariffs could cost them $400,000 in a year, and Odell's what the 14th, 15th largest craft brewer in the U.S. So tariffs, I wrote several papers on this undergraduate, and they just don't work. They cost jobs. and protectionism costs jobs. I could go into the sugar industry. That's just nuts. But, and I think
and let's stay on point specifically.
No, I know. No, I just I want to stay on point, but I just want to point out that there were tariffs on stainless steel put in, I think, in the early 2000s, and it ended up costing more jobs, particularly in the appliance industry. Procter Silex and Hamilton Beach, those kind of places, lost 5 times as many jobs through higher stainless steel prices than it saved in the U.S. steel industry. So, it's just ill-advised.
And the Beer Institute came out and said that this 10% tariff on aluminum would amount to $347 million impact to the beer industry in higher expenses and lost sales, and would force, they said, approximately 20,300 workers to be laid off.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I mean, and I read through that whole article, and then at the end they were saying like, but let's think about it from a consumer's perspective.
Let's get to that in a minute.
Well,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was. You want to talk about the cost per can, like in a little bit, or
yes?
Okay. I will. I'm gonna table what I was about to say, but
okay,
you come to me first.
Okay. Okay. Well, usually you don't actually read the articles, so I can save the thunder for later. I mean, there's usually no preparation done, so you jumped my shark this week, Jeff.
Sorry, man.
Hey, Fonzie.
Yeah.
Hey, Fonzie.
Hey. Oh, hey, Mr. C. What's up with these aluminum tariffs?
There was some interesting stuff in here that I really didn't know. That there's been such a increase in the imports of aluminum and so much less domestic product. But aluminum is one of the most recyclable vessels out there. Up to 60 to 70% of any can of beer that you're drinking is made from recycled aluminum. So there's something to be said that if we as Americans recognize this tariff and we wanted to do our part, we could recycle more, which it makes me feel weird when I throw aluminum away. It's like not a natural thing for me anymore to actually throw aluminum in a trash can. It's like, I can't do that. I need to put it in recycling. But anyway, to what Jeff was talking about, some additional research was done. And on a per can basis, what would be the impact of this 10% tariff on the price of aluminum?
Yeah. So what they're saying is, and I'll talk about that, but I do have a rebuttal to this. What they're saying is that an aluminum can, like the cost to the producer is about 10 cents a can. Mm-hmm. And so if you're talking about a 10% tariff, what you're talking is throwing an extra penny on each of those cans. So
that's if it was made entirely of imported aluminum.
Entirely of imported aluminum.
That cost will continue to fall if they're using 60 to 70% of aluminum. So you would be down to,
fractions of that.
Yes.
But certainly, if we're going to use the, that overarching model, I guess, worst case scenario, you're talking about 6 extra cents to produce a 6-pack. And I think that the point that the person writing that particular article, and please click on it at welikedrinking.com/podcast to see those show notes and check that article out. I think what they were trying to say on some level was, well, as a consumer, you don't really have to worry so much. It's just a couple extra pennies. And let me say this, as a consumer, I don't necessarily think that you would notice any difference in how much you are paying for that. Because when you talk about wholesale versus retail and stuff like that, I mean, that's something that just washes away in profit margins. But the reality is the producer is really eating that extra cost. So when you talk about like why is it that you were bringing up Odell's, why is it costing them $400,000? Because they're not passing on that extra penny to the consumer. That won't change. You know what I mean? You're not, and especially if you're talking about a 6-pack that was $12.99 for a 6-pack, you're not gonna pay $13.05 for a 6-pack. That doesn't happen. You're never gonna see that price, and they're not gonna jump up a whole extra dollar because then fewer people are gonna buy it. So they do eat that cost, and there are going to be jobs that are lost, and that is me just being a pop economist on the fly, having read this article 10 minutes before the show, Jeff. 10 minutes before.
John, anything else to add?
No, I mean, Jeff's comments were spot on. Yeah, these are not costs that competition is so fierce in the brewing industry right now that passing along costs is just not done. Even though the price of barley's going up, the price of hops is kind of stable right now. But other production costs like cans, yeah, it's going to be eaten by brewers, and it's really going to be the big guys and the middling people like Odell's and New Belgium and
Pikes Peak.
No, not even Pikes Peak.
Don't think they'll hit it?
There's no. Will it affect them? Yes. Is it going to cost jobs there? Probably not.
Right. Yeah.
Because of the smaller operations. So really, the small guys that are doing 10, 5, 10, 15,000 barrels a year, 25,000 barrels a year, like La Cumbra and Marble here in Albuquerque, those kind of guys, it's probably not going to result in loss of jobs. But the bigger guys, yeah, Sierra Nevada, Odell's, New Belgium, Stone, those guys, yeah, it's going to cost jobs.
Well, where else you're gonna feel it. Hershey's Kisses has acres of aluminum foil on their property. It's the coolest playground ever. Acres of aluminum foil. And when you talk about that, I mean, think about the cost of just a kiss. Actually, if you're paying for kisses, there's a problem there. But thank you, John. The cost of a kiss per cost of aluminum, and you're effed. You are effed. Halloween is ruined forever.
All those people that want peanut butter blossom cookies from us next Christmas, forget it. They're to become too expensive. Can't do it.
But then again, I'm okay bringing down big sugar. So I guess Donald Trump's all right by me.
So there you go. There you go, folks. Throw an extra couple bucks when you buy your next 6-pack to offset all those costs. So hopefully things work out and sanity returns and things don't go toes up.
Sanity?
Does that mean
this presidency?
Let's not go there.
Does that mean that because steel is affected too? Does that mean that Le'Veon Bell gets like a better contract next year?
And before we dive into FFL talk, let's move into what's up. So what do we have our eyes on, or what do we have coming up? Let's get into the double digits on the mentions with John Ruyak.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm going to be heading up to Vivac in the next week to pick up those bottle of wines. Thanks, folks. I'll be calling you and we'll be up there.
We have show notes, John.
I haven't seen them. I was everywhere today. It was
Jeff Solomon. They're the same as last week, John. Jeff Solomon. Can you take you and John's what's up?
Yeah, what John was meaning to say, he's excited about the Vivok wine, and
I would be excited about
they
that.
They make amazing wine. What John meant to say was, don't forget when you buy an eco vessel to put in the promo code WLD30 to get 30% off. And we do also want to remind you that all through March, as we are marching to the top of the podcast charts, you have an opportunity to win one of 2 Eco Vessel Boss 64-ounce growlers with patented copper-infused technology to keep your hot drinks hot for 8 hours, your cold drinks cold for 36 hours, and your room temperature drinks room temperature in perpetuity, ladies and gentlemen. So, all you need to do, you already at the beginning of the show left us an awesome review on your favorite podcasting app, which is probably iTunes, but maybe something else. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Share it with us on your favorite social media platform. Talking about that Facebook, We Like Drinking. Talking about that Twitter at We Like Drinking 1. Talking about that Instagram at We Like Drinking. John Rubiak is going crazy over this. We got deals. John, what's up?
So I was really talking up the WLD 30 discount on the Eco Vessel today at Lizard Tail, and there's this dude who comes in all the time, and about half the time he brings a parrot in on his shoulder. So I was telling him, and I was showing him as I was filling up my Boss with the double chocolate stout. I said, guys, this thing holds a cold beverage for 26 hours.
36
hours.
Good God, John.
No, but it gets better. And it holds a hot beverage for 6 hours.
8.
But I also 8. Really? But I also said it holds it holds something at room temperature forever. And the dude said, really?
So anyways, take a screenshot of that review, share it with us on your favorite social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, We Like Drinking, or Twitter at We Like Drinking 1. That's the numeral 1, and include the hashtag Eco Vessel. We are going to select 2 y'all at random to win an Eco Vessel. At this point, I think Lori Bud is on her way to winning both of them. So you better jump in there right now.
Jeff M is entered because he is a patron of the show. And, you know, this stuff is working, Jeff Solomon, because we have another 5-star review titled Learn and Laugh from Dean Link. And he says, or Dean says, these guys are a hoot and informative at the same time. Always learn something whenever I listen. It's kind of like you're sitting in a bar with these guys. Dean, you just got to add the hashtag EcoVessel to get entered, but you know, we may strike that.
I'll screen grab it, share it when you share it with us, right? EcoVessel. Yeah. Wow. So, thanks, Dean. I think you're a hoot.
I think you're a hoot, Dean. So we appreciate that review. It is very welcome by us. And
don't pollute. Give a hoot. Don't pollute.
Please. Listeners, we brought it up last week, and man, it was like we had a soft opening and now we're full doors open. The We Like Drinking Tavern, our private Facebook group, is blowing up. Lots of comments, lots of communication going on there. It's been a lot of fun. The Jeffs and the John are busy keeping up with everybody, but it's been a blast getting to know people and getting to see all the drinks that people are sharing and all the conversations that are happening and people getting to know each other. A lot of fun. So, yes,
it was
John.
it's really cool though. People aren't just learning from us; they're learning about stuff from other folks.
That's right. It's
really neat.
Yep, absolutely. So search for us there on Facebook or just visit welikedrinking.com/tavern to get right to it and get yourself into the tavern. Jeff, you look like you got something to say.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like our friend Dean Link, who just put down a review, said it's like hanging out in the bar. It's like hanging out in the tavern.
There you go. Dean, get to us there on the Books of Face, the Facebook group, and get to know us a little bit better.
Come find me, Dean.
Well, if we're telling people to go to the tavern, it must be
last call.
Last call. Time to clean house and lock the doors. You know, we do here, folks. We just talked about all the places you should follow us, and we won't do it again to you. But Jeff, what did you have to say? You look interested. You want to?
No, this is just me, like being. You know what I was thinking about? Like, I don't know if. And Jeff, you could leave a comment down below if Jeff McKinney's ever watched us live before, watched any of these videos before. And I'm like, I was honestly thinking, like, I wonder what somebody might be thinking if they're watching us live for the first time. And then I got kind of weirded out. That's when you saw me make that weird face.
Like, oh, shit.
Jeff, leave a comment. Do you listen to the after parties? That's the question I want to ask you, because if you're a patron of the We Like Drinking show, which you can find by visiting welikeDrinking.com/what, John?
No. I was going to say something later.
No, it was a question to you.
What? What?
WeLikeDrinking.com/no. I was going to say something later. Can we make a page there and it's just a gif of John going, ooh, no. It's a student going, can you repeat the question?
My dog ate my homework.
WeLikeDrinking.com/pledge. You can learn out how to become a patron of the show.
Wait a minute. I did that earlier.
You can learn how for as little as $1 an episode, you get to enjoy our monthly, sometimes multi-monthly, sometimes we might skip a month of the after party, the 15 to 20 extra minute episodes that we give just to our Patreons. Jeff Solomon.
Yeah, you know who loves the after party. I got confirmation.
Excellent.
Jeff McKinney watches every video and loves the after party too. That's why we love you, Jeff. That's so awesome. Thank you.
We got another after party.
You know what I love about the after party?
The bass. No, I'm sorry. The sizzle.
No, hanging out with you guys for an extra 20 minutes.
Absolutely. Last week with the double IPAs. Whoo. But
hey,
anyway,
speaking of bass, you ever notice how, like, when bass players are playing, like, they always look surprised by their next note? They're like, G, what is that C? I didn't even know that was on there.
The best part is that's the first time most of our listeners are hearing that bit. But Patreons have heard it about a dozen times. But listeners, you can get free stickers. You get access to the show early. You get access to the after party. There's t-shirts options. There's something coming. Jeff M., check your mail in the next couple weeks. I got something on order as of today that's coming in that may stick to certain metal objects in your homestead. So
what is that? What could stick to metal? I wish Metallica stuck to metal.
So
did you
lots of cool
chew
stuff.
A bunch of gum and send it to Jeff McKinney?
I did. I sent it to all our Patreons. Some ice Ice Vine gum is coming to everybody. But early access to the show, stickers, Jeff Solomon's award-winning guacamole recipe, John Ruyak's coconut porter recipe. You can get t-shirts. You can get to help us determine the future of the show. All kinds of stuff available to you by visiting welikedrinking.com/no. I'll talk about it later. So now that was a lot of information that we gave you right there. So now it's time for a little bit that we like to call, nope, not that. Thanks, laptop. Wait, how do I work my laptop? Where we take a quote from someone fictional or non-fictional, and these guys try to guess what it's from. All right. Here we go. This is going to be a tough one for me to do without totally giving away with how I say it. So have to do it right way. Here we go. I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. Philosophy is a talk on a cereal box. Religion is a smile on a dog. All right. The record store guy knew it 2 words in. John.
I've heard this song. I've heard this song. Oh,
you have. You have heard this one-hit wonder. I can go straight to Jeff Solomon, John, if you don't want to.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Can I preface it with this? Like, I totally know this song, and the band that jumps into my mind, and the lead singer, and the name of the lead singer, that's all jumping into my mind. It's very possible I'm wrong, but I feel like, well, I'm not aware of too many things with the thing and the stuff and the stuff and the thing. Religion. Was that Natalie Merchant and the 10,000 Maniacs? No, it wasn't.
No,
that's where I'm like, yeah. See, like I'm shit, man.
But you got it. You got it. I'm not aware of too many things. Yeah. So, John, you get to try to steal.
Like, that's killing me. Because and Jeff McKinney's like, obviously it's.
Oh, I know. Yes, golly. I mean, usually I'm not good with this stuff, and I can't come up with a name, but I've heard that song 500 times.
Oh, yeah. I'm going deep on this 14.8 wine, by the way. Jeff, if you know it, say it, and I'll send you.
But you know what? Magnet. You know what? It's not even. It was made famous by them, but it was actually written by the Grateful Dead lyricist.
Okay.
Oh, burn! Hey, man.
Okay.
Just in case if you didn't think that John Ruyak was a square, you just figured it out.
I thought for sure that you guys would know this.
God.
Celebrating her 52nd birthday this week is Edie
Brickell.
Edie Brickell.
Yeah.
Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians.
And that's
the New Bohemians. See, that's the thing.
That's a redo of a Grateful Dead song too.
Yeah. Who the hell knows that it's Edie Brickell's 52nd birthday? Like, I'm sorry that wasn't on my calendar, man.
You weren't supposed to know that part of it. You're supposed to get the band, and I was supposed to add in did you know?
Oh, my goodness.
Moving on. You can also find the show notes for this episode with all the links to the stories or mentions we had at welikedrinking.com/podcast. All right. Well, if we're all talking Edie Brickell and her 52nd birthday, it must be time for me to say, okay, panel, let's take one last trip around this table and get some final thoughts before we shut off the lights. John Ruyak.
I'm redoing the menu for the tavern, and I'm really thinking about adding some smoked whale testicles.
Hold on. God. I should have known it was coming. John, I should have known it was coming. Jeff Solomon.
Crikey, I just got lowered in my 13-foot aluminum shark tank. I'm hanging from a dinghy. I think that's a tiger shark. It's got to be a tiger. It's a tiger. No, it's a smoked whale's testicle. Aluminium. That's not an aluminium dinghy. That's a smoked whale's thingy.
Sure, I'll add one for that. Why not? I like the weeks that you guys just leave me absolutely speechless at this part where I'm just like, I got nothing. Jeff M, thank you so much for sitting with us through this whole thing. You've probably finished the whiskey and are now just passed out. The thought but hey, you still got to download the episode, damn it. And with that,
real quick, Jeff did want to say that that last bit, that last part must have been a bit. Like, John cannot not know that much about pop culture. That's what Jeff McKinney says. And I will say, not a bit. John just really doesn't know stuff.
I just really don't know.
Nothing.
Hey,
Nothing.
I knew it was written by the Grateful Dead. Come on, cut me some slack.
And with that, I'll say thanks again for joining us at the We Like Drinking podcast. Where you never drink alone. John!
Well, in reference to the beginning of the show.
What? I didn't even see it. What did I miss? I was watching.
He was trying to Spider-Man you. He was doing a little of this.
Oh, God. Say, mama said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove.
Boo! Did I play that note?
Mama, when you did that thing, gonna make you move, gonna make you dance. You like how I got really high so the microphone can pick up my guitar?
Yeah.
Oh, it's too bad we didn't have to party last week because this would be a good one.
This is a personal after party for Jeff McKinney. When you're in the train with the bad stuff and the stuff and thing burn.
I mean, we can just keep doing after parties every week. I don't care.
We can do a quick one if you got something to say.
I'm sorry about the show notes, guys. I just
no, it was dude. Come on,
dude.
I've just not. Yeah, it's a crazy day.
It's
crazy day.
No worries.
So here's the thing. So, brewed all day today, unloaded 32 bags of grain at 55 pounds a piece. What's that?
55 pounds of peas?
55 pounds a piece. So 1,650 pounds of grain I had to post up, brew, and then we had a Herp Society meeting today, and I had some really good news to share. But we had this lady who discovered a new frog species in Madagascar, and very sweet lady. But everybody had a shitload of questions. So it's like I all of a sudden I see on my phone Jeff sent the link. I'm like, fuck. It's 10 after 8. I've got a really important announcement to tell the entire group, but I got to go. So I pull the president aside. I tell him my news and got to go. So that's what I texted you. I'll be 5 minutes late. I mean, busted balls to get back as quickly as I possibly
Oh,
could. And they're probably still talking about that damn frog in Madagascar.
What's
as
the
we speak.
news? What's the news?
Oh,
Was it that snake that you keep seeing every year?
no. Well, that's very, very cool. And that thing
Yeah.
is as thick as my arm. But anyway, no, there's a guy who does reptile and amphibian videos, and he overlays music, or he does a bed of music underneath, and they're just really popular throughout the whole herpetological community. And we're going to send him some raw video of places in New Mexico, and he's going to develop a recruitment video for us to use in high schools and middle schools. So present it to guidance counselors for students that have a proclivity for outside stuff and reptiles and amphibians and stuff. And he's going to produce this video for us for
You'll
free.
kind of be that's friggin' awesome.
That is
So you'll
awesome.
kind of be like in the same way that you might see like the military on campus like recruiting, like you'll be walking around being like, hey, you want to touch this snake?
It's a big deal for us because
No, that's awesome.
Our
Of
group
course
has gotten
that's awesome.
very old, and we
Yeah.
want to recruit younger participants in our field of study. So, which leads me to another question, because we don't have anybody in the group that has a really good voiceover voice. So I might be asking Mr. Eccles to do some voiceover for that video.
Oh, there you go. That's what you need.
So
Eccles,
the dude who does it's called Rob Kreutzer. No, you really should look up YouTube and look up Smetlogik, SMETLOGIK, and him and his son go out and just do crazy shit, and the videos are like 3.5 minutes long, and they're funny and they're informative. Smetlogik. They're fun.
Can't I even get a tryout? The octogenarian sticks his finger in the cloaca and determines that yes, it is a
yes, and
male.
there was a video about crocodiles in the Rattlesnake Museum about exactly that. So, yeah, but that's a big announcement for us.
Hey, Jeff McKinney, are you on a laptop right now? And does it have a camera?
Come on.
He's passed out from his Heaven Hill.
Yes.
I'm grabbing the link right now.
Come on, Jeff.
Give Jeff Solomon the email. No, don't give the email.
I was going to say give him the emo.
He says no, I don't cam.
Oh, okay. All right.
You had your opportunity to be on the air, Jeff. We still want you to watch. We're going to do an after party right now, right?
You guys want to do one?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do a quick one. Yeah, come on.
All right.
NSA is watching. No, I feel you, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Just keep it in the live show.
Yeah, I mean, well, whatever. Yeah, right?
Because
is
Jeff's
cool?
watching. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. What are we going to talk about? You want to talk about the alcohol makes you live longer?
Yeah, there you go.
Where was that one of mine?
Yeah. It's like 50 words long, the article. So
well, give me a second. I still haven't had a chance to read it. Yeah, I don't. Oh, booze it up, long life. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just open it up. How about we just read it on there? Right? That's good radio. Oh, is it a video? Can I just want?
I don't think it's a video. Oh, you're talking about Dong Hyun Huh?
Wait. No, hold up. There's a little news clip. Hold up.
Oh, there's Dong right there. Oh, that's James. All right, watch it.
Oh, yeah.
No, earlier when you said, do you have something to say? I actually had just belched.
I mean, I guess you did. At least you didn't fart.
Well,
Or
I did
shart.
that too, but I did that too, but you didn't hear it.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, you're gonna get some slap back. Because I gotta switch this up to so you guys can hear the intro. All right, here we go.
Wait.
What?
Sorry. I had some weird shit going on my computer. I'm sure I ruined everything. I'm sorry, man. I ruined everything.
Are you ready?
If you're upset with it, don't stop listening.
Right. Are you ready, Jeff?
Yes. How come they don't even say the name of the scientist in this fucking article? This is bullshit, man.
Aren't they in the caption above? Oh, now it's moved to it's to a different story now. I don't see shit. Thought it was Hung.
No, that's somebody. Dong Hyun Hun of Norwalk is accused of indecent exposure. Like, is that what you're talking about? Because that's not.
Didn't they just win the long jumping contest in Pyeongchang Winter Olympics?
All right. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Jeff's like, get this shit going. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, we just can't stop. I think it's because we may be addicted to the after party. I don't even know what number this is. After party 10, maybe?
Yeah. After party
9,
X.
10.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see, 8, 9, 10. It might be 10 tonight. I don't know. It's the after party. What do you expect?
You know what? I know we were going to talk about something else, and we're going to do that. But I saw a story on the news this morning about how Mike Tyson abandoned the house in Ohio, and they're turning it into a church.
What?
Yeah, Mike
Okay.
Tyson abandoned some house in Ohio, and they bought it. This church bought it on auction, and they're just totally refurbishing it. So, and they've invited him.
So officially, I mean, it's been rumored in the We Like Drinking community for a while now, but it is now official that John Ruyak is the Cliff Clavin of the show that just brings the useless
Of
random
course, yeah.
data to the show and to the after party. I got one for you.
I will wear that mantle proudly.
I'll one up you. I'll Highlander you, John Ruyak. I'll one up you.
Yes.
Drunk online shopping is a real problem, costing America $30 billion a year.
How is it costing America $30 billion a year?
I don't know.
That's
That's what the title-
benefiting America $30 billion.
That's what the title of the article said. Jeff Solomon looks so confused right now.
I'm sorry. I'm having computer troubles. I'm fine. And the trouble is not with my computer, it's with the person who's using the computer, which is me.
You have the dreaded ID 10 error.
What? I don't even know what that. You're just talking dork speak right now. So what's up? I missed your joke earlier, Jeff Eccles. I hope it was funny.
They never are. So, so you guys still drinking the same thing? Oh, hold on. Am I recording this shit? Yeah.
I got this beautiful Aver Family Vineyards 2012 Blessings Petite Syrah out of the beautiful Santa Clara Valley.
Did you finish your growler yet, John? I mean,
I'm pretty close.
oh Jesus! I guess at least it's not an 18% beer.
No,
this week.
yeah, no kidding.
All right, so listeners, Patreons, here we go. And Patreons, we should talk for a minute. And we're lucky because Jeff M is watching, so he can give us some real-time Patreon feedback. With the latest update to the Apple Podcast, we can now go back and attach files to past episodes. So we've been talking about possibly releasing some of the after party episodes, maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks, probably a month after a show is released, to the general public, to let them know what fun happens in these after parties. And so let us know if you're cool with that, or if you want to hold on to the after party just for the cool kids that are the Patreons. John,
how else would people find out how funny cheeseburgers could be?
Freaking McDonald's. Okay, so it's an after party, so we kind of got to move things along since we're already like 5 minutes in. So tonight we're going to talk about what, Jeff Solomon?
We're going to talk about the fact that alcohol is more important than exercise if you want to live past 90 years old.
I mean, that's been proven so many times.
This one might have some teeth.
I gotta agree with you. This one actually seems somewhat legit.
But I can I say this before anything else? ABC 7 News out of Los Angeles. You guys suck.
They're kind of rinky-dink.
Like, yeah, what kind of rinky-dink operation is this? But like, seriously, like, you wrote this article that is what, 6 sentences long, and they're talking about this research here, and they do not name the researcher. They just refer to her as she. It's so short. I'm just going to read this whole thing out loud.
Well, hold on. Let's say that it's 6 sentences, and it just so happens to be 6 paragraphs long as well.
Oh yeah, but that's, you know,
One sentence paragraph.
It was written for a newspaper, I think.
And the largest font on the article is the report a typo link.
Yes, that is awesome. Coming out of San Francisco, February 20th of 2018. Exercise or alcohol? When it comes to living a long life, booze may actually help you live longer than hitting the treadmill. A new study claims drinking a couple of glasses of beer or wine a day is more important than exercise for living past 90. A specialist in neurology from the University of California, Irvine, spoke about the research at a recent conference. I wish I knew her name. She told British online newspaper The Independent she firmly believes that modest drinking improves longevity. The study showed people who drank about 2 glasses of beer or wine a day were nearly 20% less likely to experience a premature death. Click here to read a summary of the study. Click here to report a typo. 8 sentences, ladies and gentlemen. 2 of them are, what did we do wrong? So
Publish.
All right. So I will start with this, because all it takes is moments to look at the University of California, Irvine, and to see that the co-principal investigators for this study were Claudia Kawas, MD, and Maria Carrada, SCD, with help from Anlia Paganini Hill, PhD, and Dana Greenia, registered nurse, MS. So here's the thing that really has teeth, y'all. It's that this isn't necessarily the standard thing of like, oh, drinking alcohol is healthy for you type of thing, which, you know, clearly alcohol is not just an intoxicant, but it's a toxin, right? Like it's a poison. And so, you know, the fact that our body does such an awesome job like processing it, like thank you body. But it's not necessarily alcohol in a vacuum is not healthy. And that's not what they're saying. And what's interesting is that the researchers don't necessarily know why, which is what I love about like a real scientist is smart enough to tell you what they don't know. They're smart enough to know what they don't know. And so really it's like, dude, here's this crazy correlation. People who are living past 90 more likely have a couple of drinks a day than do not. And there's a lot of speculation as to why. And you can save that for your fake clickbait bullshit. And they'll tell you it's the anthocyanins or the resveratrol or maybe it's the arsenic. Who knows? But the thing of importance is this. We now have conclusive evidence that you are more likely to live longer. Oh, I'm sorry. If you live longer than 90, you are more than likely to have had a couple of drinks a day. And that's what matters.
I think there's a couple of, I think it's a
that's
couple
what
of things
matters,
at play
John.
here, but yes, I think it does matter, but I don't think it's the alcohol per se. I think it's what your body does. It may just be the activation of different physiological processes in your body caused by alcohol that allows you that leeway. There's a whole shitload of moving parts to it, but it's not the alcohol in and of itself. It's how your body reacts to it and how your body changes because of it that causes that. That is the causality.
And allow me to lay something else down.
Ooh.
Maybe, just maybe, disposable income is correlated with a longer life.
Hey.
Oh, well, yes, certainly.
Check out the big brain on Jeff.
Check out the big brain on Brad. So the couple things I'll add to it is I think the couple of drinks is the key, because I think once you get beyond a couple of drinks, you're starting into 3 or 4 drinks a day, I think you're having a huge negative impact on your body. So, it's important to keep that. And also, memes are pretty accurate sometimes. And I know the meme that says a couple of glasses of wine a day increase the I don't give a shit. The increases the level of I don't give a shit is part of the why you live longer, because when you have a couple of glasses of wine or you have a couple cans of beer, let me say that you kind of like mellow out quite a bit and you go to bed a lot more relaxed than maybe if you weren't having a couple of drinks and you're allowing life's stresses and life's bullshit to sneak into that critical rest time. So that's the completely unscientific method and thought that I'm going to throw out there.
Well, there was another thing that Sharon showed me the other day about this older woman. She's 102, and I don't remember exactly what it said. And it said, well, you know what? When I have a stuffy nose, I drink a bottle of wine. When I have an upset stomach, I drink a bottle of beer. When I have something going on, I have a couple of shots of whiskey. And then the person said, well, when do you ever drink water? And the lady's like, well, I've never been that sick.
And might I add, she drinks her water at a room temperature. It comes out of an eco vessel that she's had filled.
Hold it forever. She's had that eco vessel since 1938.
Yes. I remember back in the roaring 20s, we would all fill up an eco vessel at the local fishery.
And we'd keep that water at room temperature for
We'd
days.
come home with a single sardine tucked behind our ear and a full growler of pukey water. And we kept that water for years. Years.
All right, so good stuff. Good stuff to
And
talk
it
about.
stayed at room temperature
Good
because
stuff.
of patented copper infused technology.
Because of patented Trimax stuff.
Sure, we could have sold that copper and ended the Great Depression, but fuck it. I needed my room temperature water. And the sardine stayed behind my ear for 3 years. And then it turned into a comb.
Oh,
Jesus. What's what?
And to
I don't even know. I don't even know how to follow this up.
to this day, whenever my husband's eyebrows look askew, I pull that sardine comb out from behind my ear and I comb that eyebrow. That one eyebrow. He has one eyebrow. Not like connected in the middle, but one over just one eye, and the other eye is bald. But that's a different story.
What the hell? What are you drinking tonight, Jeff?
I think he's got some wormwood in that Petite Sirah.
Did you pour what you're drinking into an Eco Vessel growler and infuse it with some sticky icky?
And then, well, one time his eyebrow hair was so rough that the sardine bones broke, and I just had fishbone dust. And then
Again,
I started the biodynamic vineyard movement. That was
Again,
I started biodynamic farming, all because of eco vessels, patented copper infused technology.
again, Patreons, we so appreciate your support. And why wouldn't you spend upwards of $20 a month for this? Just groundbreaking,
Speaking
Oscar-worthy, award-winning garbage.
Speaking of Patreons, Jeff McKinney says, dude, put the after party up in the regular feed every once in a while. Like, that'd be awesome.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. We're totally going to do that then. Not this one. This one's just going to stick with the Patreons. This is a special.
That might never get released.
Jeffrey, you may be the only one that ever hears.
Jeff says, this is the show I pray for every time.
Session wine, hashtag session wine is always a good way to go there. All right. Okay.
Did I ever tell you about the time I used Waze to bring my beer to a competition in Costa Rica?
That bull had never seen a human being before.
And he was about to charge. But you know what I did? I took out my fish comb dust and I threw it in his eyes. And you know what that bull did? He sneezed. And I grabbed that snot and I shipped it back to the San Francisco Giants. And I said, please give this to Gaylord Perry. And that is how he developed the spitball. It was made from Costa Rican
Bull snot.
Bull snot. And boy, did that Hall of Fame career take off after that. All thanks to copper infused technology.
Jeez. This episode will never see the light of day.
Well, and he, Gaylord Perry, yes, admittedly, cheated at baseball in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds did not knowingly cheat, and yet...
Where's the goddamn mute button for Jeff? There it is. All right. Oh, Patreons.
The Barry Bonds thing was too edgy. I'm sorry. Too edgy for the after party.
Patreons. As tears are streaming down our face from the stupidity that is the after party 10. If it's 10, it might be 9. I don't really know. Thank you so much for being supporters of the We Like Drinking podcast. We appreciate you more than you'll possibly know. Jeff, stay tuned. Next couple of weeks when you join, you'll actually be able to hear music because of your guys' support. I'm putting the order in for the equipment we need tomorrow. If I'm not too hungover from tonight's episode, and so better audio is coming your way.
By the way,
I just wanted to show you something. What's inside?
Good Lord, John Ruyak.
By the way,
John Ruyak drank an entire growler of 8% double chocolate stout on the show tonight.
McKinney says that if he were watching this and he were not a Patreon, that he would definitely subscribe.
All right, hold on. Let me switch my mic around because you're a Patreon, so you can get in on this. The last, hopefully the last of the garbage microphone episodes. You get the slap back. Because these guys love it, just like I do. Here we go. Hold on. Wait for it.
You know what my favorite part is?
What the sizzle? Wait for it, because here it comes. Okay, now you can do your bass man. Oh, and now everybody's dancing. Jeff, I hope you're dancing too. Everybody's got their groove. Go to the mic go to the mic, Jeff Solomon. Go to the mic.
And then Gaylord Perry, in his Hall of Fame induction speech, he pulled out a crystallized piece of bull snot in a gold cellophane wrapper, and he says, thanks to copper infused technology, not only am I a Hall of Famer, but I invented Werther's Originals. And I will give them to your grandson.
Oh, at least it got creepy now. Jeff Solomon just went midnight sneaky uncle on everybody with his Werther's Originals. John Ruyak, one growler in with no bathroom breaks. Impressive. And with that, listeners, thank you for joining us for another after party. For fuck's sake. Oh, now we have 2 viewers. Somebody else created the show.
Jeff McKinney says he thinks that HBO used this music on the show The Deuce, which I'm not familiar with.
That's something I'm going to have to do in about 8 hours, but okay.
Oh, goodness. Wow. You feel it that early?
Knocking on the door.
We had a second viewer for about 10 seconds, and then John talked about his deuce. We lost that viewer.
Is that really your move? You're like, yeah, man, I gotta take a shit. Oh, dude, go ahead. No, I got a good 8 hours. Oh, wow.
All right. Jeff, you helped make tonight a special episode there, buddy.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
That's awesome that you came and hung out with us.
Well, what the hell was in that petite Syrah?
What are you talking about? Some delicious, like, fruit forward excitement. What? You guys are acting like this is new. We do this at the end of every show.
Yeah, yes, it was.
What are you talking about? This is like normal.
Just like any other Wednesday.
Yeah, man. You
All
should
right.
come and hang out in my classroom sometime.
This was after party 10. All right, I got it right.
Wow.
All right. All right, I got to get to editing this shit. Jeffrey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. That's awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm just interested to hear what you thought of watching it live. It sounds like you enjoyed it as
I'm
much as we
interested
did.
to think, like, when you realize that you now have to edit this shit, when is it released? Like 8 hours from now?
Hold on. I got something just where is it?
Jeff McKinney, what did I have on the last Stay Rab? Was it the Smith Madrone 2014 Cabernet?
I believe so.
Yeah, that was really good. That was. I think that might be one. McKinney, where do you live? Because I'm.
Is he in Texas now?
So I think that you can just order it online from Smith Madrone. I don't know if they have a wide distribution, but I'm certain if you're in like a state that's normal, you should be able to get that shipped out your way. Indiana,
yeah.
they got good shipping laws, right? Like they got
Indiana's kind of shitty, I think, when it comes to shipping. Hold on. It took a while, but let's never forget.
I pooped my pants. I pooped my pants. I pooped my pants. I pooped my pants.
Indiana just was able to start buying alcohol on Sundays last week.
They're even
but
they're
like-
Last call.
But then again, like you got Larry Bird, so that's something, right?
all right.
That's the only thing I know. Indiana, Korn, Larry Bird, David Letterman.
And Larry Bird is from where?
He's from
Evansville.
French Lick, Indiana.
French Lick. There you have it.
I know that from Cheers, I think. I don't know why I know that. I remember Woody on Cheers one time saying that Larry Bird was from French Lick, Indiana. I think that might even really be like a town.
It is.
probably true.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta get this stuff done. I've got like
Holy
three things to edit.
Holy shit!
All right.
What
Well,
a fucking mess.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh,
All right, guys.
all right. Hey, Jeffrey, thank you so much for coming out. I'll talk to the rest of y'all whenevs.
All right, cool.
here's the last 15 ounces.
Yeah, man. Take it to the house.
Same
finish it.
going in, same coming out as it looked going in, right?
Finish it with some Werther's originals, man.
All right, Jeffrey McKinney, thank you, sir.